Hey guys on YouTube. Did some more work on the bus, and I'm gonna take a walk over there in a minute. But I just got off the phone and tried making a video just a second ago, and I got a call finally back from a guy in Rhode Island that has a snowblower for the Honda. So we are going to go and grab that tomorrow morning. And, it's $300, not a bad deal. I think I paid $800 for the tractor. So for a total of $1,200, I have something I could use year-round for moving snow and for cutting grass. So we're gonna get a cab for that, or make a cab for that, and the errands is gonna go up for sale. Been working on the bus. And last we left off was just kind of finishing up the curtains. So I gave it a power a couple of hours last night, and because the curtains were in, I was able to start finishing up the interior and getting all the cabinets installed and whatnot. That's what you're looking at right now. So first I started out with this piece, and I had to whittle it down to make it fit. All this stuff is out of a bay window. Bay window being, that's what this interior came out of. Bay window being one piece of glass in the front. It's a little bigger van. It's a 1968 through 79. Split window. That's a split window. That's my bus right there. And the dimensions are a little smaller on a split each year. Each generation of bus got a little bit larger and larger. So to make this one fit, I actually ended up having to cut out about this much of this cabinet over here and kind of make it fit. Everything is kind of close because the pieces are in the same location. You know, the hinges are in the same places and all. But it took quite a bit of whittling. I had to pull the cabinet out about 3 or 4 times and just mark it with a marker, take a little jigsaw, cut a little bit away here and there to get it to fit. But it does fit and actually looks fairly good, as you can see. And with that, it's got all closet space in it. There's a table in here right now, so it's stacked up against the wall. Got a freestanding table, but it's got hooks in the back, and it's got a curtain rod up top, and you know, you got light coming in because that's the back side of the curtains. I guess I could still change the curtains. It might be a little rough to get to, but I can get my hands up and around there to change them out if I do want to change them out, but I'd never be able to get the curtain rods installed. And this setup is out of a not out of a US one. It's out of I believe it was in England, Westphalia. So it has a slightly different setup of what my 70 Outback is like. This has like a cloth interior, and the ones that are sold in the US have, the old ones anyway, have that yellow like nylon kind of material. US ones have a cabinet that goes across the back there. This one has a net. I actually kind of like the net a little bit better. It's a little bit more forgiving. You don't hide as much stuff, and the only other drawback is a lot of people put 2 speakers up there, but we're gonna have to try to find someplace else to do them. So that turns into a bed. That folds down and comes out to a bed. Probably comes to about right here, and it's 6 feet long, 4 feet wide, a little bit over 4 feet wide, about 4, and the whole van is 5 feet wide, so whatever this is. Yeah, so it's probably like 4.3 feet, something like that. And then this line did not match the body line of the van at all. So this white strip, it's kind of hard to see, I'm so close to it. That white strip that you see there is actually door seal molding. I sprayed a rubber adhesive on the back of it. And it's this stuff. That's what it is. For your garage door. It's pretty tough, but yet it's still flexible. So, and then on the back, this is called the bench model, bench seat model, no pun intended, meaning that you can't walk through. It's one solid piece going across, and then they take the spare tire and they put it behind there. Normally you would have a walk through, and they would put the spare tire back here in this corner. So the cushion was short by that much, and that's where you see those 2 other pieces of foam that I made up. There's a jump seat that sits in the corner. I cut the top of that up and took the fabric and wrapped them like Christmas presents and glued them together, but that made that whole piece of bed now. So I actually kind of prefer that over the spare tire. The only problem with that is it also has, with that interior that I got, There is a icebox sink combination. You're looking at the back of it right there. This would sit by the that part right there would be where the door is, the side door when you open it, and that would be the front of it. That would sit against that wall. It'd be a nice piece to put in there. Unfortunately, there it is from the front. When they put that tire well in there, there's the inside of the icebox. It's got a drawer and then the sink, and it's got a hand pump, a drain that goes through the floor, and that's your water fill right there. And there's the holding tank. Probably holds about, I don't know, 6 gallons, something like that. Enough. So, it's not going to fit. If it didn't have the water tank in the back, I could probably cut and modify the cabinet to get it in there. But it's about this wide right here, so it comes to right about here, you know. That's why I'm not zoomed out all the way. I don't know why I had to back up so much. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do here yet. I got to do something for a table. That's the factory table that came with it, and what that does, it folds against the wall. When you want to use it, you pop it up, and it's got a kickstand that comes down for over the bench. I don't know. I'm still kind of hemming and hawing. I have this table in here, which is pretty much the same size, and I could actually take it out if we want to use it. And if not, just have nothing there. But I'm undecided. I had one of the pieces I had was a surfboard. Before I got all this interior for free, I was just going to go make my own setup, my own bed, and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of go crazy on the inside. But this stuff, just because it utilizes the space so well, I ended up using this. Anyway, what I was saying was, I was going to have like either a surfboard, it's ratty, cut it, put it across the corner there, or run it across the back wall here, something like that, and then come down with maybe some ornate legs or something, and have it some more shelves or something underneath it for space. Not sure. So I still got to figure that part out. That is that roll of flooring. It was like you can call it a carpet. It's actually just sitting in there right now. It's underneath all the cabinets, but it's kind of like it's a bamboo type of carpet. I gotta glue it down yet. But as you can see, it actually fit quite well. And it goes under the cabinets probably, I don't know. I don't know if you can even see it. Now you can't, it's buried. You click the light on. You can see all the space that's inside that cabinet. There's where that heat outlet is. And that's supposed to get run to that hole right there. So it would have rear heat. You have access this way to that space. And also the seat flips up and you can have access underneath it too. So the rear has a couple of cabinets in it too. As you can see, there's a shelf up there. There's more of the curtain. Kind of lets light in. I had to make some standoffs. There's one right there. Kind of space it from the wall, and there's another one in the front section, doing the same thing, kind of spacing it away from the wall. So I want to get some white corner molding for here so you don't see this. This is factory, believe it or not. That's how they attached them. They just kind of sucked it to the wall with this bracket, and then there's a big, I bolted right through the wheel well and pinched it together. This is fairly thick. It's that thick. So it's 3/4 of an inch thick piece of wood that goes down. It's that thickness right there. So it sucked the cabinet to the wall pretty good, but I'm not quite sure where else they mounted that. Again, there's a 70 out back, so I need to go and see how that one is attached, and maybe I'm missing just a couple of pieces. So it's looking good. I like it. The bed is pretty comfortable. The mattress is about 5 inches thick, which is, if you guys ever had a RV, you know sometimes they're not. Actually, it's even thicker than that. It's about 6, as you can see. And the way this works is it just kind of flips up. There you go. Now you can see the storage underneath it. Focus, man. And you can't see where I bolted to the cabinet in the side, but oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see it. See that little chrome? I used a big bumper bolt. That's what's in there. That's bolting the cabinet to the wheel well. And the wheel well is, see how it sucks solid to the wheel well? So that kind of holds the cabinet straight. but it is missing some other kind of mounting, because you can kind of move it a little. So I got to come figure out some way to just attach it, probably just the top edge in the back and the front here. So that, close it up. Is how that's set up. There's your space back there, and you can kind of see the whole thing. And for curtains in the front, I was gonna just block off this section right here and have curtains come down. I still have more of that material. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap them around the window section in here. And I think it was Bitterroot Rambler. I'm pretty sure it was him. He was doing his bus, and he had used magnets, not for the whole curtain, but he had used them for the bottom to hold them to the bus. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of stick them in each corner of the curtain. And this thing is metal all the way around. There's just a little piece of fabric over it, but it's all metal. So I think I'd just be able to get those. Harbor Freight sells them. They're those really strong magnets. I forget what you call them. Rare earth magnets, I think it is. And they sell like a pack of 10 of them for like $2. And they're about the size of a pencil eraser, but they're really strong. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them inside the curtain fabric. And when I'm parked somewhere and we want the privacy for camping in it, I could just kind of go and take that and stick them right to the windows and just kind of block off that whole section. I think that'll work out pretty good. So that's the bus. What's going on with it? And pretty much we're really not going to use this for camping. It's more for just like going to shows or going to the beach with the dogs, that kind of thing. There's a 70 out back which has the pop top and gives you more room, and it's just a little bit more user friendly, but I want to put something in this interior, and that's kind of what I'm going with. You know, we actually have the regular camper for when we go camping and tow behind the motorhome. This is more for fun, you know. There's the surfboard I was talking about. What's kind of neat about it is made in Hawaii. It's got some decent writing on it. Both sides, you got that right there. So I thought that might look pretty cool. My only fear is that it's probably, I don't know, it's got to be about 20 inches across at its fattest point. So by the time I slice it up and try to make a table out of it, plus it's got a fairly decent curve to it, you know, cut the tip off. The bus is only 5 feet wide, so that board's probably 7 feet long, so I'd have to, you know, slice a foot off and slice a foot off and then cut the back up. So by the time I'm done whittling it away, are you even going to be able to tell that's a surfboard? So I might go with something else. I might go with like I keep an eye on yard sales, but maybe like a snowboard, like a Burton snowboard. I actually have a snowboard, but I haven't used it in a long time, so maybe I might incorporate that without damaging it, just make it so it like sits up on a shelf or something. So, and moving on, went to the registry, and both mopeds are registered, so that allows me to start cutting them up and making what I want out of them. So that's today's update. I actually like the white on the windows. I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work out, but I'm happy with that. After I do the tie backs and you open them up a little bit, I think it'll look even a little bit better. So that's where I am, guys. Again, thanks for watching and commenting, and hopefully kind of wrapping this one up a little bit, and not too much more on this. It's pretty much, it seems to be good. All mechanicals are working quite well, other than the fact that it pops out of first gear. VW Darren offered a transmission, and I have a feeling I'll end up buying that off of him when I go down there in the fall, and I'll do a swap at some point. I'm just going to run it the way it is now. With the you just got to hold it first. It doesn't. It's not bad. It's not like you're physically having to hold it there. You just got to put a little light pressure on it. It just doesn't pop out. So that's it. Just got to get some chrome around her, and rest of it's just picking away little things at a time as time goes on. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut her down. Thanks for watching. Take care.